Somewhere in Ablekuma here in Accra is the Omega Schools. This school was where Tyron completed his junior high school education. He called this place home for 3 years until he finally finished writing his BECE and excelled with flying colors, earning aggregate 6 to get a place at the prestigious Achimota School. I have come here today in the wake of everything that has gone on, him being refused a place in that school, to find out how exactly he was here, because remember, he has had dreadlocks almost all of his life, and with the same dreadlocks he was enrolled here at the Omega Schools. The journey for Tyron Marhguy began at this school in 2019 when he enrolled into JHS 2. This was the 4th basic school he had been in, as his family has lived in Kumasi, Ibri, Kaswa, and now Ablekuma. As a first, the school did not only accept Tyron with his dreadlocks, but his 2 Rastafarian sisters as well. In just a few days, he began to make his mark. Well, it's still class time here at the Omega Schools, and a few months ago, Tyron Marhguy would have been one of the students who would be in the class I'm about to go into. That's the JHS 3A. Now, he spent many hours here each day at the time that he was in JHS 3. Currently, there's a class going on. They are teaching them speech writing. So I'm going to go inside and speak to his teacher.
Tyron was a good boy. He was calm, respectful, clever, and very intelligent. I think that's all I can say about Tyron. He has a lot, but let me give you a few.
I'm actually here for all of it. You have to give me all of it. Tell me, when you first met him with dreadlocks, he came with his sisters, they're triplets. What was your first thought?
Well, when I met him the first day in the class, I was very surprised because I thought with his dreadlocks he would be a threat to the school. But after weeks getting close to him, I saw that he was a very good and calm boy. He couldn't cause any harm. Yes, he was harmless.
Just above his Form 3 class sits the room where he spent his Form 2 days. His ICT teacher, Daniel Nyako, shared with me some of his fond memories of Tyron.
There was a time I was teaching ICT, and then I had to combine both of them. My other colleague wasn't around, so I had to combine both class. And then I made an error in the lesson, but then he came to me personally, not to maybe make me feel bad for making a mistake. I was like, wow, what a brilliant child he was.
On 9th March, Omega Schools honored students across its network who excelled during the recent Basic Education Certificate exam. Unsurprisingly, Tyron emerged the top winner as he was the only one in the school to score 6 ones in the exam. His teacher tells me that he even had plans to represent the school of his dreams, the Achimota School, at the National Science and Maths Quiz, but unfortunately, that will not happen.
It was like when he goes to SHS, he's going to make sure that his school is going to win the Science and Maths Quiz, because he knows that he wants to make his school fly high. And then I was so surprised Achimota of all people tried to do this to him, because I realized that they are just looking at his dreadlocks, but they're not looking at the brains or the intelligence that he's carrying.
Next door, another class Tyron and his sisters once passed through is going on. His former teacher, Patience, says she was heartbroken when she found out he had been refused entry into the Achimota School because of his dreadlocks.
We feel so bad about it because when Tyron was here, he didn't have any bad record. Aside his hair, he didn't even create a problem with us. Yes, he was very good. And then he didn't engage himself in any bad thing. Besides, he has no bad records in the school. So we think, in our own opinion, we think Achimota should give him the chance. And then they will attest to the fact that he is really good.
From teacher to teacher, it was clear they haven't come to terms with how such a brilliant student would miss out on school because of his hair. On the compound of the school, some students are done for the day. However, none of them is among the 87 other children of the class of 2020 who sat with Tyron in class. But since he was the boys' school prefect, he interacted with many of them. They testified to his character.
He was disciplined, gentle. He never misbehaved in school. And then sometimes when a teacher teaches and you don't understand something, you can go to him. He will teach you. You would understand. He was very intelligent. I never saw him doing anything that wasn't good in school. He was good.
I know when you are going to SHS, you must trim your hair. But his is like something he's done since his childhood. So I thought maybe they are going to admit him no matter what comes about. And his hair is like something, they should admit it like that. He's not harmful. He's very friendly, very close. Yes. Even if they admit him, by 1 week time or 2 weeks, they will admire him very much.
For the managing director of the school, it is time the Ghanaian education system made away with school rules that chose physical appearance over intellect.
Maybe there are rules, but rules are made by human beings and should be interpreted and applied by human beings with common sense. That's only what we can call them to do. It's really unfortunate that people who deserve to be considered for their skills and their personality are judged just by the hairstyle. I think at this juncture in the 21st century, we should be going past that.
Smart, intelligent, serviceable, and selfless. These are the qualities that have heralded the legacy of Tyron Marhguy at his former school, the Omega Schools here in Ablekuma. Reporting for Citi News, my name is Ni Ama.